have many regrets. I think I could have been more disciplined. I think I could have listened better. There's many things that I could have done better. I made peace with those. I cannot change the past, but what I can change is the present. What you are complaining about, it's someone else's dream. I'm stopping because I still have another goals to achieve out of my tennis, and I want to achieve it while I'm still young and I still dream of things. Realizing that it has an expiration date also made me appreciate everything so much more. I will always love tennis.
Hi, I am Caroline Garcia.
And I am Borja Duran.
Welcome to Tennis Insider Club. This is a podcast where the top tennis players open up like never before.
From Grand Slam champions to rising stars, they tell their stories in their own words. Subscribe now on your favorite platform and don't miss an episode. Let's get started.
Sorana, thank you so much for being with us today. How did you start with tennis?
Thank you so much for having me. It's a joy to be here. I was 4 years old when I started tennis. It was my father's dream. During communism, he wanted to play football, but in that time to do sports was a little bit tricky. So my grandma always said, no, you have to do school. And he said, if I have a kid, I will try to put it in sports. And at that time, there were a lot of matches on TV between Steffi Graf and Monica Seles. And my dad fell in love with the sport. And he said, this is a wonderful career for a daughter. And this is how I started. It was a little bit not my choice, but later on I realized I'm very grateful to my father.
Nice.
Did you do other sport at the same time, or you were just like
No, it
tennis,
was
tennis?
for me was you are gonna be professional from the first moment. At 5 years old, I was training every day. My dad would film me, and then we would come home and analyze the. It was this VHR cassettes, you know. So he would film me, put the VHR cassette, and we would like analyze my movement and everything. So it was very one way oriented from the beginning. I did do a little bit of other sports, but to complement my career, everything I did. So I did a little bit of athletics to move better on the court. I did a martial arts from 8 years old to be able to control my emotions better on the court. So everything that I did, it was to help my tennis.
In tennis, just like in life, health is everything. That's why at Tennis Insider Club, we are proud to partner with Hologic, a global leader in women's health. Hologic's mission is simple: to help women everywhere live healthier, longer lives through early detection and innovation. Because when women are strong, the world gets stronger. Learn more at hologic.com.
So tennis felt like a job since very early, kind of.
Yeah, tennis felt like my whole life. I didn't know anything else. Since I was 4, tennis was everything from the morning till the evening. Everything I would eat, everything, the way I would sleep, the way I would do my day. It was to be in the best shape possible for tennis. And of course, later on, I've realized many other things, but it was my whole life since I was 4 years old, and it's still, I wouldn't say it's my whole life right now, but it's still the most important part of my life.
And so your dad was kind of coaching you, or you had a proper coach at that age?
I did have a proper coach, but my dad was at every single practice until I was about 12 years old. And that's when expenses started to be a little bit bigger, and he had to work a little bit more. I started to go abroad to tournaments. And of course, everything else took a toll. So he had to go and work harder in order to send me to tournaments, to pay the coaches, to pay everything else that was in order for me to have this career. And since then he's been involved, but I've always had a main coach. I've always had a team, and he's been kind of in the back.
And then how was like that transition when you start to play like professional tournaments? Was it easy for you or not?
everything came quite easy because I was very, very good as a kid, because I had so much volume as a kid. And I've had so many hours spent on the court, and I was lucky to have a good technique, and I had good coaches when I was young, so everything came easy. Like I was national champion under 10, under 12, under 14. I remember at 14 I won orange ball, then I went straight into 18. At 16 I was already playing WTA. 17 I got top 100. 18 I was third in the world. 19 quarters in French Open, like 20 in the world.
Not bad.
And then at 20, it was the first year that basically I had a little bit of because when you are a junior, you always go up, 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 up. But then you come at the seniors, and yes, maybe the first year you do amazing because no one knows you. You surprise everyone. You are new. You have no expectations. There is no pressure. You are the new kid in town, you know. But then everyone starts to study you. You start putting more pressure on yourself. Suddenly your expectations are different. And when I was 20 was the first year where I kind of had to defend things. And from there on, it was a little bit challenging for a couple of years until I found my way again, because since I was 4, I only knew how to win. And I was never taught how to lose, or like how to handle losses. And for me, this was the biggest problem in my career at the beginning, because with 20 I was still young, you know. And it was how to handle losses. This was the biggest problem, and it took me a couple of years to mature and to realize that look, did I try everything today? Did I do my work? Did I fight? Could I have done more? No. So then, okay, she was better than me on the day. You are allowed to lose. There are other girls that work as hard as you, or even harder. And this is normal. It's and also I wish I knew how long this career would be, you know. It's I guess I can say next year is my 20th year, and I'm gonna it's gonna be my last year on tour. So I never thought that I'm gonna be 20 years professional. And if I knew, or if someone would tell me at 20, look, you have another 15 years in front of you, pace yourself emotionally because it's gonna be a roller coaster, would have been a little bit better. But again, I'm still grateful for all the journey.
And when you arrive at 20 with your best ranking and quarterfinal in Roland Garros, what was in your mind? Like, oh, I'm gonna go top 10 next year, or
Exactly.
I'm up there.
Exactly. So I finished that year, I remember 21, and my natural my natural thought and the way things worked until then was to make the next step. So what was the next step? Next step was top 10. I started that year, had a couple of first round losses, and suddenly lost a little bit my way. Ranking started to drop a little bit, and it felt like was the end of the world. And that year for me was rough, because I really thought, and everyone around me, everyone thought, okay, this girl is gonna be top 10 next year. And it felt like such a huge failure that I was not there already. And like I said, it was the first time in my life that I had to deal with losses, or with dropping in the ranking. And I didn't really know how to do it, and it was were tough moments. Also, I had coaches at that time that didn't really know emotionally how to handle me. I've always been quite tough, and I'm a perfectionist, and I always put a lot of pressure on myself. Of course, it got better with age, and now I actually think I'm a joy to work with. I think I'm very coachable. I wasn't coachable at 20, I can tell you that. So sometimes I look back and I feel bad for some of the stuff that happened, and but in the same time, I'm grateful for the people that had the patience with me. But it wasn't out of a bad heart. It was just that I didn't know anything else, you know. So yes, at 20 was a little bit the first time I had a drop, and the first time it was a reality check, I would say.
Yeah. How did you overcome that?
It took a couple of years. I struggled from, let's say, 20 to 24. I was still playing good. I was still having good results. I was still maybe 30 in the world. But for me, 30 in the world in that time meant a failure. You know, I was supposed to be top 10. So what is 30 in the world? And I remember when I was 25, I got injured at my shoulder for 9 months. And I was just doing rehab. My ranking dropped, of course. And I was on the couch watching US Open. And I remember it was the first time when I said, I wish I was there. I just wish I was on that court playing US Open. And I don't care about the result. I just wish I can compete and be healthy again. So for me, at 25, having that injury shifted everything in my mind. And also I was lucky enough to have a Romanian coach at that time, a little bit older, that came in at the perfect time and started to teach me how to live. Not just how to play tennis, but also how to live, you know. If I had a bad practice or if I would lose a match, I wouldn't go for dinner. He didn't care. He was like, no, we are going to dinner. Nothing happened. Tomorrow still the sun will be in the sky. Still, like, tomorrow we have to train. If you lose today or if you win today, tomorrow we still have to train. Everything else is the same. So he actually helped me realize that life is so much more than tennis, and life is so much more than just a result, and enjoy every day, because things go quick.
Yeah, because before that, because of maybe your mindset and also your surroundings, would you say like everything was about tennis? Like,
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Everything was about tennis. Like, my whole life, I didn't know anything else except tennis. There was no personal life. There was no, I didn't take a holiday, I remember, until I was 25. And everything was about tennis. And that pressure was waiting on me so much. And again, I remember when I was 24, I had that amazing year where I did the final in Toronto, lost to Serena, and I was still playing good.
Yeah.
But my expectations were so high, and it, I was it was a love-hate relationship. And when I had that injury, I realized, why am I playing? Do I like this sport? Do I enjoy this sport? And I said, I actually love, what I love the most is competing. So I tried to have a shift in my mind and not be so desperate for result, and try to enjoy the process of, okay, I love to compete. I'm going to go out there and fight and try to give my best. And that was for me like the first shift in my mentality.
Yeah, it's true. Like it seems not to be a pattern that when you're young and you have your like very first best results, very good results, you shift from like focusing on getting better and enjoying the process, not to now I need to defend points, I need to improve my ranking, and you kind of obsess on things you cannot control that much because there's a
Absolutely.
lot of good players out there, and like sometimes not going back to enjoy, like getting better instead of obsessing on winning or losing. It's kind of the best path to it.
Absolutely, like you said, results should be a consequence of the things that you do. But and I'm not talking just about myself, because again, I've listened to all the episodes, and
You're not the only one. Don't feel
and
bad.
it's very nice to hear that you're not the only one, that everyone is going through the same struggles. And I wish kids would listen to to this podcast and have. We didn't have this when we grew up. We couldn't listen to the top players at that time, the insights, their mental struggles, their mental how they get to be strong, how they handle things, you know. So I feel they have such an advantage, and I wish they would listen to this podcast and use our experience, you know, to get better. But yes, like you said, it's so focused on result wise instead of focusing on improving. Okay, what do I want to improve? I want to improve my forehand, I want to improve my backhand, I want to improve my footwork. And if I make all these steps, then the result will take care of itself. You know, I can control when I am on the court. I don't know if I'm gonna win or I'm gonna lose, but what I can control is playing every single point at 100%. And this is what one of the things actually a coach told me. He said, look at Nadal. He doesn't play matches, he just plays points. He plays every single point. It's 1000% intensity. He doesn't, you shouldn't even know the score sometimes, you know. You should just play every single point at the max. And again, later on in my career, I've managed to make this shift, and I can tell you, it's so, playing like this, it's so much more enjoyable. Focusing on the things that you can control, on your practices, on your warm-up, on your routines, on your nutrition, rest, fighting. This is one of the things, yes, when you go on court, you fight. It does not matter what you have that day. And also, this is one of the things I learned. Look, I don't have to play 10 out of 10 to win a match. You know, sometimes a 7, it's more than enough. I've listened to your podcast when you were saying that, well, I wish sometimes I would just like put it in. And this is a little bit what I've been realizing lately. Like, for example, this year, okay, you know what? Forehand is not there today. Backhand is not there, but I still have my legs. So I'm going to run and put everything in. If you'd beat me, I'm going to shake your hand, say, well done. You are much better than me on the day, and go home like in peace, you know?
No, I think it's sometimes either by on first your own expectation and then the expectation of other, and also the system of tennis. You'll always like go for more, and you forgot a bit like the bigger picture, and also finding balance in your life and putting tennis in its right place. If you're happy, you're probably going to play better. And after every single loss, you lost all confidence in yourself. Every time it's gonna be so much harder to go back to the top.
No, absolutely. And for me also, one of the things that helped me so much in my career is going back to the question, why do I play? I play for myself. No one's forcing me. Okay, maybe when I was 4 years old, I didn't have the ability to know what's best for me. But once you are an adult, why are you playing? No one's forcing you. So you are playing because you want this. So if I want this, I'm going to try to make the best out of it, you know? And also, I love tennis. I know I've heard many stories, and I think I'm one of the lucky ones that I actually love tennis. I have so much joy and so much passion, and I've discovered it later in my career. That's why also I played for so long, because in these last years I discovered that I can play tennis with a smile on my face. You know, I can fight and struggle and still have a little bit of joy doing it. You know, I can enjoy the traveling. I can enjoy the friends that I have on tour, the girls, the people, the lifestyle. So I've turned this into something that I feel it's very beautiful, but it took a long time. And also, like you say, once I realized that I need to make order in my life, okay, this is my career, this is my personal life, this is my time off, then everything started to fall into place.
How important it is, I think, you think it is when you're young, 20, or you have your first success, to have, like, I don't know if it's a coach or a mentor who has already been there, who's trying to teach you all these things that you have to learn by failing, otherwise no. But like when you're 20 and you arrive to top 20, someone who tells you, hey, like, you will not repeat this every day, you know, like, so keep enjoying, find balance. So otherwise it's too much, no?
I think it's vital. I think it's so important to have the right people around you. This is one of the things I tell parents that come and ask me for advice or for a magic idea or a magic feel. I say, make sure you get the right people and you surround your kid with the right people, because you are with those people so much. You are on a daily basis, almost 365 days a year. So you want those people to guide you in the right way. So I think it's vital. If at 20 years old, I would have had maybe better, a little bit, someone with experience that could tell me, look, this is such a long career.
Yeah.
Just enjoy. It's fine. You are living your dream.
Yeah.
When you started tennis, you dreamed of being here. So why are you so unhappy? You are basically living your dream. So go out there and enjoy and be light. And okay, who cares? This week was good. Next week was not so good, you know.
Yeah.
But do it with a smile on your face and keep the joy. And again, I've had people when I was 20. Also, in that time, I wasn't as coachable. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit of, I did receive some advice. Was it good enough? Did I actually take it?
Yeah.
So it's also about this: how open are you and how coachable are you? And this is one of the things that, again, I feel I've improved the last year, like last couple of years. I'm way more coachable and I'm open to ideas. I know what I want to play. I know how I want to act. I know how but you know what? I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah.
Okay, if it doesn't work, then okay, I say sorry, but at least I tried, which before it would be a no from the start. So I'm not blaming everything on like the people around or
Yeah,
on
no,
my,
of course.
it was also my way of responding to the messages I was giving. So it takes a little bit of understanding from all
But also, I guess, like,
from everyone.
it's easier to listen to someone who has been there, no, and like has the experience of, hey, look, I did it, so like listen to me, maybe, no, than someone else who maybe with their best intentions, but it's hard for them to maybe relate, no, with like the position you are at the moment. Yeah.
No, absolutely. Like, for example, my parents, they've never done professional sports. So they didn't know how to explain me things or how to explain me or to help me when I was suffering so much after the losses. Or so of course it has to be someone with experience. It has to be someone that went through that process. Maybe an ex-player or your coach, or can be an agent or a mentor, or but also you have to be able to listen to that person, you know, and take that information.
And after 25, you found more balance in your tennis and in your life. What are the main things you learned at that moment?
Yes, first of all, I learned that I love tennis and I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing this for anyone. I'm not doing this for my parents. I'm not doing this for the coaches, and I'm not doing it for anyone else. It's my choice. It's my career. So I'm going to try to make the most of it. Of course, still many ups and downs, and it was still a roller coaster, but maybe not so big the highs and not so big the lows. I had someone that told me at the beginning of my career, that said, it was actually an agent, and she said, well, Sorana, the more you try to stay on the same line with the losses and the wins, that it will be the better will be for you. And I didn't really understand at that time, you know. And she was so right, because we get so high on the wins, and then we get so low on the losses, or and it's such a like constant roller coaster, which emotionally it takes a toll on you. So if you manage to be here, you know, it's like, okay, I won today, okay, great, but like I said, tomorrow I still have to go to train and nothing changed. Okay, I lost today, let's see what I can improve, or what did I do well today. So this is one thing that I learned a little bit, to not be so emotional anymore. And also I started to do things off court, like you said, about balance. You know, if I'm in a tournament and it's been the 15th time that I've been in that city, I haven't seen anything. Well, this year I'm gonna go and I don't know, go into the Eiffel Tower, go into see the Louvre, go into. So this way it didn't feel like tennis had such was waiting so much on me,
Yeah,
so I really feel I found this balance that wherever I go now, I try to go and explore a little bit the city. I try to go for a coffee with one of the girls that's there that week. I try to go for a nice dinner. But of course, I got to an age where I'm older and I'm more mature. Also, my personal life, it's been good, so I didn't have to worry about that. And also, everything else, the relationship with my parents was good. With the coaches was much better because I accept more feedback. It's been a lot of changes, but the main one, I think, realizing that I love this sport and I do it because I want it, and also that it has an expiration date. This is also the closer I saw the finish line, the more I started to love tennis, because this is gonna finish soon. And for me, I still have a lot of dreams and a lot of things I want to do after tennis and plans, but since I was 4, everything I knew was tennis. And when you are 20, you don't think at the end of your career where this is gonna finish, but once you get close to that moment, you wanna grab all the positive that you can get, and you wanna hold into every little memory or every little joy that you get. So for me, also realizing that it has an expiration date, this also made me appreciate everything so much more. And I, I think I'm one of those that I will always love tennis, and maybe even after I will still hit, maybe. Or by the way, have you hit since you retired?
In Riyadh, we went to Riyadh for WTA finals.
Yes.
And one afternoon, it was like the iconic photo, so no one was there. So we went to play 30 minutes.
And that was it.
That was it.
We're doing mainly paddle now.
And after 30 minutes, we like,
Yeah.
you good? Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
also, I'm not the same level as you, so it's not that fun to
but
hit with me.
It's not like I have the feeling or desire to go on court. It's like, it's fine. I finished also my shoulder. I couldn't serve. But
Yes.
so I don't know. I don't have that feeling. And maybe in more time.
More time will pass.
Yes. It's not. I don't know. For now, I'm fine. Obviously, I don't miss competing at all, because in my last years, I had a very bad feeling with competing. So for me, it was really something I didn't really want to do anymore. I want to improve in things I do, like when we play paddle or when we go running. I want to be faster and feel better, blah, blah, blah. But I don't want to compete against someone else,
Yes.
It's like, I'm fine competing with myself and be proud of like the improvement I do, but I don't want like, don't put me like a challenge, like, oh, the one who win pay dinner. I'm like,
I've had this all my life. It's okay. I've done my competition. I'm good.
Yeah, it's like I don't react very well to competition now.
Yes.
Maybe later, but
Yes.
it's like, it's not easy for everyone to compete.
Yes, no, absolutely. And that is one of the main things you see. Like, for example, of course, I go and I see kids, young kids, and I try to help. This is one of the things that I want to do. For example, I want to help kids and I want to give back, because I didn't have anyone, like I said, like I didn't have anyone when I was young. Also coming from Romania, it's a small country. We didn't have that many players and that much experience with tennis. I didn't have a mentor or someone that guided me. So my poor parents, they tried their best with the information they had in that time. So I feel I've got so much out of this sport, so I would like to give it back, because I am very grateful to tennis, and it will forever be in my heart. So I feel I have to give something back. But when I go and I see kids and I see them playing amazing practice, and I'm like, oh my God, like they are so good. And then I go in like matches and it's like completely different thing. So also I feel like this competing, it's a talent that not everyone has it. And for you to be able to compete at that level for so many years, it's impressive, and hat off, So like there is no one will judge you if after you finish you don't want to compete anymore.
Yeah, it's like I feel I did it for many years. I'm good
Yes.
with it. At the end, it was more a bit more toxic for me than in my previous and my beginnings. But yeah, it's not for everyone. I think women are maybe a little bit less competitive than men.
Yes, yes.
But
It doesn't come as natural
it doesn't come as
as it
natural,
come
or
for
at least,
men.
I mean, in my opinion, and also what we learned from the podcast, we react more emotionally about it.
Yes, exactly.
We take it sometimes more personally, and it's not like
Absolutely.
I feel sometimes with men like they are mad or whatever during 15 minutes and then they
Yes.
go get a beer together. In women's, it's like
Yes, that's why I was listening to the podcast, and I was lucky enough in my career to work with Darren Cahill and
Mhm.
Thomas Johansson, and
Good coaches.
for me they are the best coaches, and I think the world of them. And also they are not amazing coaches, but they are amazing human beings. And I was lucky enough to spend time with them, and both of them, they said that you coach different a man than you coach a woman. The approach is different, the emotional side is different, the way you put the problem is different, you know. So also it takes, again, we come to the coaching side. It's important to have someone that can adapt to you a little bit, and also my way cannot be your way. Or it's not one way for everyone. Everyone has different timing, different approach, different mentality, different background. So a good coach can adapt to you and can see what works for you and what triggers you, you know.
Yeah, I think that's how you spot a great coach, you know, someone who has success with different types of players, because it's very easy to click with one person
Absolutely.
who's maybe like the perfect relationship for you.
Exactly.
But those like Darren, no, who like for 20 years, they do it with so many different personalities. Like, wow, like, you know, good job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that really help you also as a person, because sometimes you get
Yes.
players that very important, like 20, 25, and that's where you learn a lot about yourself. So you need someone to help you also in that.
And to find that balance, no? Because if you make it, as you were saying, life or death, it's like so much pressure. And if you attach everything to winning, like every time you lose, it's such a terrible place to be that at the end you kind of hate tennis, no? Like,
Absolutely. That's why I think many people have a love-hate relationship, which I've had as well. And again, now, yes, it's only love. But also another, talking about coaches, it's also the fact that my puzzle is kind of complete. Like I feel good with my team. I am healthy. I have a personal life. I'm good with my family. I enjoy tennis. So also the fact that everything clicks, then it's easier, because if you don't have a good team around you, oof, it's not easy. It's, if you are struggling with injuries, that's also another thing. And I've been, except the surgery last year, I've been quite healthy throughout my career, so that's also I've been able to play until 35. Never thought this would be the case. But it's a puzzle, and you have to take care of all these pieces in order to just focus on competing and enjoying and being able to enjoy.
Yeah, it's true. Like talking about enjoyment, no? And the body, like, yes, you like had your shoulder kind of destroyed for the last 3 years, no? And sometimes you were like, no, I cannot find happiness on the course. Like, well, of course you cannot find happiness if every time you serve, it's painful. You know? Like maybe when you're 20 and you're like so driven, you can accept it, or but once you're like 30 and achieve a lot of great stuff, it's normal, you know. You cannot find joy on the tennis court if it's painful.
Absolutely. I've had this last year. I had from February, and I was actually playing good here in Dubai. I played semis. I lost to Paolini. And I remember that week I felt my foot a little bit. And then it was the plantar fascia. And okay, it's just an inflammation. I've had inflammations like everywhere, like we've all had. But then somehow it wasn't getting better, and it was just getting worse and worse. So by the time I got on clay, it was like constant pain every single day. So absolutely, like to be in pain every single day going on court. Oof, those moments are tough, and it's very hard to find the joy in those moments. Because you are constantly in pain, and you can't do the basics and the normal things. So that's why for me also last year I had the surgery, and I said, look, let's see how I'm gonna take 6 months off, see how I am. I still felt that I want to come back and want to give it another try, and still want to find that adrenaline again. And I had a good year, a decent year, and now I said, okay, I'm gonna go for one more and try. I still have goals for 2026. I still have many things I want to improve. But I want to make it in a way that also I give back something to the sport and to the fans, and I end it with like dignity and living on the front door of the sport with the head held high. And I don't want to finish tennis just because my ranking is not good enough, or I don't have the level anymore, I want to finish what I'm still playing well.
Yeah, you living tennis, not the other way around.
Exactly,
No?
exactly. That's the
you're
way.
choosing to
Live
stop.
It's not tennis kicking you out, saying, hey, you're not useful anymore.
Exactly. And for me, again, like I've told you guys, a couple of days I was like writing this message to make the post. And for me, because a lot of people were like, are you sure you want to do this? But what if you have a great year? And I said, look, I've been thinking about this for a while. It's been since COVID. In COVID, I turned 30. So, of course, I never expected that I would play after 30. So then it was a year after year thing, And because it was a year after year, and like I said, I could see the finish line, I started to enjoy everything and every little moment and every little thing. And I started to play better. And
you play free again.
I played free again. So that's why the last couple of years for me have been an absolute joy, but also a lesson for life. That whatever you do, you have to do it with joy. And yes, we have pressure in life, but you need to be able to find a little bit the positive in everything you do. So it's been a decision that it's been in my head for a long time. I didn't just decide from a moment to another, and every year was like, okay, let's see how I do, if this is gonna be my last. But I know 2026, no matter how I play, is gonna be my last.
Sorry, go ahead.
And when you took the decision of 2026 is gonna be my last year, probably when you stopped tennis and you were 20, you had goals and dreams that maybe you will never achieve. How did you feel about that?
This is the most the toughest question, I would say, because I was raised in a way where my goals were to be number one, to win Grand Slams. Anything other than this was a failure. And of course, I've gotten at this age, I've had a beautiful career, but I didn't win Grand Slams and I haven't been number one. So it took a lot of work to myself to come to peace with that and do not feel like a failure, and feel that those things, yes, were my goals. Could I have done things better? Oh, absolutely. I don't believe that those people that say I don't have regrets. I have many regrets. I think I could have been more disciplined. I think I could have listened better. I think I could have fought better. There's many, many things that I could have done better. But I made peace with those. I said, look, I cannot change the past, but what I can change is the present. I don't know what the future will come, but what I can change is today. So when I started to make peace with myself and say, look, I cannot change the past. Either I can dwell on it and be frustrated that I was not number one, that I didn't win Grand Slams and feel like a failure, or I can focus on today and give my 100% today and my 100% tomorrow and my 100% the day after, and we will see where this will get me. And again, making peace with myself, to not be so much result oriented, what we talked, focus on the joy, focus on the things you can control, focus on your practices, focus on your fitness, on your mental health. Mental, it's also very, very important. And only lately we started to put more emphasis on it, but it takes a lot of work, and you have to be willing to put that work. And it's still a process. I'm not saying that I don't have bad moments. I don't have moments when I'm not thinking, oh, I was not number one. I did not achieve what I was supposed to achieve. But in the same time, I managed to change it quickly and not stay with these thoughts for too long. I feel it's an ongoing process, and probably it's going to be for the rest of my life. And I feel with everything that we do, it's an ongoing process. And I'm that kind of person that no matter what age you are, you can improve. And even when we are 80, we have stuff to improve, you know. And these two were the key for me, trying to focus on the present, and also trying to find the joy and also not be result oriented. So but it's not easy, because all these people that have this kind of goals and are perfectionist, and it's so much pressure that we put on ourselves. So but in the same time, we are the ones that we have to take this pressure off, and find ways to deal with it. Sometimes I appreciate, and I am in awe, people that, for example, win a Grand Slam and said, I never dreamed of being here, you know. For me, that I look and I have so much joy when I see that, because I'm sure for me would have been like, oh, finally I'm here, you know. So I love when I see people that are on that stage with their microphone in the final of a Grand Slam. I never dreamed of being here. I feel that's a little bit of a, I don't know if healthier way, but definitely easier way to cope with things.
I think, like, for what you were saying about, like, sometimes having regret or feeling like, oh, I could have done better. At the end, like, for me, it happened many, many times. And sometimes it's like, on the moment you thought it was the best decision and you were doing the best. Now with 10 or 15 years older, you have more experience in your tennis life, but also in life, to say, oh, maybe I could have done something different. But on the moment, you thought it was the best option, you know?
No, absolutely, because there is a say that in that moment I thought I did my best, you know. For me, it's maybe not so much about decisions, but like I said, little things, you know, like losing a match. Okay, don't go and close yourself for 2 days in a room, and no, it's fine. Like the next day, go on a practice court. Maybe be more disciplined. Work harder. Okay, you have a bad day, nothing's to forehand is not working. Okay, work on the backhand, you know, or like things like this. And I, again, I'm a little bit of perfectionist, so I go through everything, and it's I cannot say that I've done everything perfect, because if I would have done everything perfect, I would exactly. So I'm gonna be honest and said, look, I made mistakes. I could have been much better in many ways, but I cannot live my life thinking about the stuff that I didn't do. I have to go through life thinking of what I can do now, and also thinking about the good things that I have. This is one of the things that my psychologist always says, like, do not go through life thinking of the things you didn't do or didn't achieve. Go through life thinking of the positive ones, what you have, what you achieved, it's a way better way to live this
and to stop comparing yourself with others, no, because at the end everyone has like different backgrounds, different tools, no. Like she always said was, but I didn't win a slam, you know, and this person, I'm like, yeah, but you, until and no disrespect, you know, but until you were like 28, you were coached by your dad who has no idea of tennis, so you should be so fucking proud of what you have achieved, you know, because a lot of people with way more tools have done way less.
No, absolutely. And it always, for me, it's what you are complaining about, it's someone else's dream. So you are four in the world? Four? I would have given everything to be four in the world. You see? So it's always...
And I would have given everything to be like top 200. You
see? So it's always like, my best ranking was 21. I'm sure there are people that would give anything to be 21 in the world.
Sometimes I go to sleep and I dream about having 1 point, you know. And I joke always with her, like, okay, so now we start my training. I want 1 point, you know.
Yes. So it goes like this, you know. It's you can. Did you try your best? Yes. Okay. This is all that you can do, and you should be proud, because again, this is such a what we do, it's so special, and we are of the few that made it. For our cases, there are million and million of girls that don't make it from different reasons, and we are the ones that made it. Okay, you didn't win a Grand Slam, you were fourth in the world. Again, like, that is absolutely insane, and forever that four will be yours. No one will take it from you. So it's always easier to see someone else to help you than from our perspective, because we are so tough on ourselves, and we are used to be tough because this is how we improve. If we are not tough on ourselves, we don't improve. And I don't know, I have a feeling it's going to be the same, but I was taught that, oh, you cannot feel happy because this means that you have no desire to improve anymore, that you always have to basically be a little bit unhappy or always look at the things you can improve. So after every match for many years, we never said one good thing. Oh, today I did this good or this good. No, we only focused on the things that I didn't do well, because those were the things to improve. But it's such a such a fine line with how you do things, and and lately I started to always take the positive over negative. Always takes the positive.
I think it's compatible, no? Like, to work very hard and at the same time be proud and happy of the moment. You know, I think it's two different things, you know, and probably
exactly.
like even being grateful and happy helps you put the hours, you know. It's,
absolutely.
especially like long term, you know, like it doesn't need to be like, oh, in order to work, I need to say I am a fucking piece of shit, you know. I can say, hey, I'm very proud of being 21 in the world, and I'm just very satisfied, but I still want to see what's possible, you know.
Absolutely. I think this is such a big
which is not easy. I agree.
No, it's not easy, but like, if I would say, like, if I would, I don't know, have a kid, and you know what, you can be the best and still be happy. It's fine.
But that's what you say. You need a good team around, no? Because when you're like 22 years old, there's a lot, like, for me, it's very easy to say it, you know, but like then you have pressure, the media talking, you go in stadiums with 10,000 people. So it's very easy to say, hey, don't feel the pressure and enjoy, you know. But that's when you need to have a very good team, someone who has been there to tell you, know, like, because if it comes from Sorana, hey, I've been 21, you know, like, enjoy it.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
it's easier to like accept it and try to implement it than if someone else tells you.
No, but that's why we need a team. That's why we get. You think at this level we don't know how to hit forehand and backhand? I mean,
sometimes we believe we don't.
Exactly.
Sometimes we have like, I don't know how to play anymore.
Exactly. And for me, this is also, a coach is not there just to correct you on the technical side, but also to help you on the mental side. The way you like, for example, again, I was listening to Darren. I had the privilege to work with Darren Cahill, and he is the most amazing on the mental side. He gives you a pep talk before the match, and you wanna go and run Mount Everest. It's like, and for me, this is also part of the job, you know, to be able to keep me on the line and motivated, and every single day. It's also part of the job. And like he said, you know, okay, some people are better on the mental side, some people are on the technical side, some people but you need to have a team around you of people to help you. We know what we need to do in fitness, but we all have a fitness coach. We all have a physio. Okay, we all have a coach. Also mentally, I know what I'm supposed to think on the court and how I'm supposed to approach a match, but I still have a psychologist, you know. It's not easy to be able to do everything by yourself.
No.
And that's why the people around you are crucial.
Have you been working with a psychologist for a long time?
Yes. I have been working with psychologists for a long time. Actually, my mom was the one that first introduced a psychologist when I was about 14. I'm actually grateful that she had this this openness to the idea, because so many people think that, oh, this is like, why, you know, like, just be strong and just fight through. And I'm a strong person. I try to not complain. I fight through everything. Like I said, I'm strong, you know. But it's still good to have someone to guide you, you know. And I feel sometimes the earlier you get this guidance, the easier it is to keep the path.
Yeah.
So I did have, of course, I went through different psychologists. Some were good, some were not so good, or they were good, but it wasn't the
Doesn't
right
match.
fit for
Yeah.
me. Exactly, absolutely. But now I do have a psychologist for the last 8 years. It's the same lady, and she's not a sports psychologist. She's a normal psychologist, but she has done wonders with me, and I will forever be grateful to her. And and she's actually 80 something, and we talk a lot. And because I always complain to her, I said, yeah, but I'm 35, I'm so old, I'm so old, I'm so old. And she says, Sorana, you are a baby, you didn't even start to live. And then we kind of ended up like we went to the, okay, maybe I'm a little bit old for tennis, but I'm young for life.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and again, I used to feel so not embarrassed, but like playing over 30, I thought it's like, oh, she doesn't have a life. That's why she's playing, you know? No, it's because I have a life and I'm so happy in my life.
Yes.
I am able to do my career and actually enjoy it and appreciate it and still live my dreams. Because, like I said, the 4-year-old little girl, this was my dream to be here, and I am living my dream, and I am doing it with a smile on my face. And so many, again, a lot of people judge, and why are you still playing? I'm playing because this makes me happy.
Yeah, it's true. Like people who have long careers can be either for the best reason or the worst. No, either because they don't have anything else in their life, or because they actually found that good balance and they are actually able to enjoy that amazing sport. Yeah.
Yes, and I am very proud of the longevity. Like next year will be my 20th year professional. I never thought I would be professional for 20 years, you know? And I feel I'm one of the lucky ones. Again, okay, I didn't achieve the things I thought I would achieve, but I still have so many positives to
I think
take out of
everyone,
this.
no, like
Probably, like you said, I'm sure, I don't know, even if you've been #1 in 20 Grand Slams, you won 21.
and maybe you would have won the first slam, and then it's like, okay, now this is the the proof that I need to win 10. You know, so at the end, it's like it's always gonna be like something else there to
And
catch.
also, like, we are raised in a way that the holy grails are the Grand Slams and #1. And I've seen so many people, and I've read that they won the Grand Slams and didn't have the high that they thought they will, or didn't have the. So if I can give an advice for parents, kids, or whatever, don't emphasize results, you know? It's like, and like you said, everyone has their different time. I was very good in juniors, but then, for example, I've never seen Petra Kvitova in juniors. She came at the 21, I think she won Wimbledon. So everyone has a very different timing and and stop comparing yourself, because we have this, oh, she's my age, she's 15, I'm 30. We always try to compare. No, everyone has their own timeline. Some develop earlier, some develop later, some go through some things easier, some harder, some are stronger, some are weaker. It's a very different, and they are not two careers the same. So you shouldn't compare yourself to anyone.
No, and sometimes you see, I don't know if it would change in the future, but like everything is based on the young years, like under 16, under 18.
True.
Or if that one is good, under 18 is gonna compete well. If that one is nowhere to be seen, is never gonna accomplish it.
Absolutely.
It's so wrong. Like you were mentioning Petra Kvitova. Me, Muguruza never played junior, but she won 2 slams, being #1.
Jessica Pegula. It took her like until 28 to almost be top 100 or top 50, and now she's one of the best in the world.
All the players coming from university were arrived at 22, 23, and they were having amazing career. No one thought if they were going to university, that means they didn't have pro level.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was that's what I'm saying. Everyone, it's so different. Yes, guide yourself. Look at the best. See what they do. Try to copy or but don't compare yourself. And like you say, being good in junior is nothing. I have so many. I don't know. I see so many parents. Oh my gosh, she's the best at 14. It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. And this is one of the things that, in Romania, we have very good juniors. And we have very good juniors because we are allowed, and our school system, we can miss. We can miss classes or we can go to tournaments, and we put a lot of hours. Like I would, with 5 years old, I was training every day.
Yeah.
By 8, I was like, I was serving bowling. And I'm not joking. Because we put so many hours in, and until 14 they're so good. But then it's a lot of things that have to click in, and that's when you have to be more disciplined and work harder and have the right guidance. And yes, it's great for teaching you how to compete. Yes, it's great for working in a match, the stuff you do in practice, seeing how you work, but doesn't mean anything. I heard, for example, and I'm sure Yannick never really played juniors. I mean, look at him, how good he is.
Well, he started playing tennis when he was 11 or 12,
He was
I think.
playing once a week until 13.
So again,
I mean, that's the advice we got from every, like Darren, Wim Fissette, Brad Gilbert, all of them say, like, don't do only tennis at the beginning. Like, try to do as many sports as you can. And don't make it like a job until as late as you can, like make it fun, stay at school. Otherwise, it's just too much, and a lot of things can happen.
Because at the end, you almost have a 30 years career.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I was also lucky that my mom was very tough on me with school, so I went to normal school. I did my school, and I loved school because it was my escape from tennis, Like I would love to come from practices and do homework, or I would love to. I was like a very good kid, only I did the tennis and school. But that's also another thing. Keep your kid in school.
Yes.
Everyone that's been in school and has done school better, okay, at some point tennis will finish. So you still need to do something with your life, and school is important to teach you. Okay, first of all, it teaches you discipline, routine, structure, but also to use your brain. And also after your tennis, you might still want to do something, or it gives you so much more understanding also, or you can express yourself better, or you can, I do not understand, again, I don't want to judge anyone, but when they take the kids from so young out of school. And for me, that is a big mistake. Keep your kid in school. Let him do school. It's so important, even for tennis.
And also, like, for the human development, like, because a 5-year-old kid needs to be a 5-year-old kid,
Absolutely.
And I guess when you take them to tennis and they're very good, they start to play with older people, with coaches, they need to, like, keep maturing at their own pace. And when you take them out of the school, they completely, like, stop surrounding themselves with people of same age, and I don't think that's the right call.
Absolutely. I believe, like, do school as long as you can, and it will only bring you benefits.
When Igas Biontek went to school until she finished normal school, like, you run out of excuses on why to take your kid out of school.
Exactly.
If Iga did it, like, everyone can.
Exactly. So you can be a good student and you can be number one. That works very good hand to hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's very important to, like, learn to socialize with other kids or people your age, and, like,
and learn how to have relationships
friends.
Yeah, like we said, it's everything about balance,
Yes.
And if I like I said, I would be so happy in school because I would see my friends, and it's like it was my escape from tennis and all the pressure and all the. So it was, it taught me so many things that now I am having the benefits of that. I see girls that didn't go to school, and I see they lack a lot of things, And for me, again, like, keep your kid in school and make him do as many sports as you when they are young. Yes, teach them discipline, teach them routine, teach them hard work, problem solving. But you will see, if you are good, life you will manage. If you are good, you will find a way to be successful in tennis.
And in those 20 years of career, do you see or feel a difference between generations? Like the new generation coming now and the one you were, for example?
Yes, I do. I do see differences in generation. I don't know. Maybe also my mindset shifted, and I am so much more relaxed. So when I enter the locker room, I have a smile on my face, and I talk with everyone. And now I have actually the most friends I've ever had on tour. So I don't know if my if my mentality shifted. But yes, when I came on tour, we had a little bit of a couple of examples of girls that were very, very good and didn't really talk to anyone. So you thought that in order to be good, you have to be very an introvert and don't really open up, don't have friends, mind your own business. And it's not true. Later on, I started I was very shy as a young as a kid and coming on tour, and later on, of course, I developed into my own and got a personality and felt more confident. So suddenly I felt like I could speak with more girls and open up, and I feel now it's a little bit more friendly, and I feel there are way more friendships, and this is one of the things that I feel developed in a very nice way. You get in the locker room and it's a very nice atmosphere. Like, I look forward sometimes to get to tournaments and see my friends. This is which didn't happen like 15 years ago. And I think also the new generation and with the social media, this also helped in a way to be more connected one to another, and it's I think it improved in a nicer way, if you can say, from this point of view. From other points of view, I believe a little bit. I don't know if the work ethic is the same. This is one of the things that I see, and not because I think it's a generational thing where everyone is spending much more time on their phones. I'm very against the phone. And more time on social media. Also, their attention span, it's a little bit shorter. So from this point of view, I don't know. Maybe the older generation were working a little bit harder and were a little bit more professional and a little bit more focused, or but the new generations, they still find a way because they are still amazing, but you have so many distractions coming in that you need to be able to put a stop at some of them. It changed, of course. The game changed completely. When I was 19, I would hit one shot and it would be a winner. Now I need to hit maybe 3-4 shots to make a winner. Everyone physically improved so much. At the beginning of my career, no one had a fitness coach. Not everyone has a fitness coach, a physio. Everyone has a team. Everyone is much more professional. We all analyze. Before, it was like, okay, go and play your game. Now it's
or just like play backhand or forehand.
Yes, play backhand, play more on the backhand or play more on the forehand. This was like the main tactical things, or which now it's way more tricky and more complex. You know, all the coaches have the stats, and all the coaches analyze. And at break point you do this, and at 15-all you do this, and she has. So it's more of a chess game. But I think I like the way the sport has evolved, and of course the depth, it's so much bigger. Like, now someone that's 100 can easily beat someone that's 15 in the world on if it's a good day, you know, where before you had like the top 10 or top 20 that were like so good, and the rest it was like a little bit a level below. Now I feel the level is so high that you have to be 100% every single match. You cannot have gaps where you go away for a little bit, and it absolutely, it evolved, but also society evolved. So I think it's a normal transition. But I do like the atmosphere much more, and also I think there are more girls like I am from the older generation that they are very easygoing and relaxed, and they go in the player room and they put a smile on their face, and they chat, and so I think the younger ones see an example that, oh, you can be nice, you can smile, you can be a wonderful person, and still you can be an unbelievable player. So again, those two go hand in hand. You can be a good person and you can be also a good player.
But it's true. I agree with what you say. It's like it's changed, but also when you were younger and arriving on tour like 15, 20 years ago, you were seeing everyone like so cold, close.
Yes.
So you're like, okay, so you have to be close.
In order to succeed.
Yeah.
This is the way.
Yeah.
So,
and now it feels different. Now it feels changed.
yes, again, like from this point of view, it's I'm very happy because I've been able to create relationships and friendships that hopefully will last for my whole lifetime. And again, it's like I love my girls because it's we go through the same thing. So, and we have the same schedule. I see them more than I see my parents. So why not have a nice relationship if we can? I understand it's not easy. We compete one against one. But once we shake the hand, it's that's it. We can change. Okay, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna like fist pump. I'm gonna try my best to win the match. But once I shake your hand, that's it. We can have a laugh.
Nice. What advice would you give to your younger self?
I think about this a lot. Of course, it's handle losses better. This is like the main thing. This cost me so many days and so many tears and so much suffering. So handle losses better and keep the joy and be happy with what you are doing. Put a smile on your face and find the joy in what you are doing every single day. So for me, this too, it's like it's okay. You lost a match, it's fine. You know, tomorrow we are still on the tennis court. Nothing changed. The world did not stop because you lost a match, and enjoy. This too, and if I can give an advice to the kid, this is also what I'm saying. You know what, you lost is fine, but and just enjoy what you are doing because it will come a moment in your life when it's gonna be over, and it's gonna be very, very soon. Because yesterday I feel like I still remember my first tournament. Like yesterday I was 16, and it went quick. It's very beautiful. I'm very grateful. I've had a beautiful career and a beautiful life and beautiful journey, but it went quick. So enjoy it.
Nice.
What can we wish you for your last season on tour?
Again, to try and take everything in. I know it's gonna be a little bit emotional, probably going for one last time to all these places. I've been every single year for 20 years. I'm getting emotional a little bit now. So I know it's gonna be emotional, but try to enjoy it. And also deep down, I still hope I can achieve some of those things that I've put my mind onto, and leave this sport, like I said, on the front door with a big smile on my face, with dignity, with grace, and with respect, because I will even if I've sacrificed so much and gave so much to this sport, I feel it gave me back a lot.
Awesome.
Yeah. Tennis will miss you.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm getting emotional. So
Or even
like,
me almost.
no, but I know it's every time. For example, every time a girl from my generation, you are younger than me, but I consider you from my generation a little bit because we've played so much against each other, and every time a girl from my generation, I feel like a piece of my soul, like it's dying, you know, because it's personal.
Yeah,
it's it affects you. You've spent your whole life with these people, and you fought for the same dreams and the same goals, and so when someone, it's not voluntarily the way I feel, but every time I read and I see that one of my girls like kind of retires on us announcing their retirement, I feel like one piece of me is going away. But in the same time, it's I know I will hopefully have this relationship for a very long time, and what I got out of this is like a lot of friendships, and yeah, it is definitely not easy. But you have to know when your time comes.
Yeah.
It's very important also to know when to stop.
Yes.
And like I said, to do it with dignity, to do it with grace. And there is no shame to saying okay, enough. That's it. I've done my everything. I feel like this is it. And it's not easy, because someone was telling me that basically when we stop our career, it's like someone going into retirement at 6 years old.
It's not the same at the end. I think it's like, so me, I was 32 when I play my last season, and everyone was telling me, "You're so young. You can play. You're still like."
I felt you are young.
I feel like, oh, you're healthy. You can play your best tennis and everything. I was like, yes, in a way, but like inside, I'm just like so tired of it. I just feel it's been forever I'm doing it, and also I want to experience things outside of tennis at a decent age, you know? It's not I want to experience things when I'm 40 years old.
Absolutely.
With a broken hip, you know?
It's like, I want also to choose my exit and like be in peace with it. And right now I'm in peace with it. It's not a decision on the inside you take from one day to another. Most of the time it's been more like than a year. It's around
absolutely.
thinking about it or like feeling it. But it's all a process to take the decision. And then there is, at the end, you cannot really explain it to people. Some people probably from the environment will understand, the very close one. Like Borja understood my decision. But some other people, they couldn't really like understand. They're like, oh, you're young, you will come back. It's like, well, not really, you know? It's like, I know what I'm doing.
No, it's very personal. And I don't feel we are in a place to judge anyone, because everyone feels different. You felt tired. I feel like very young on the inside. So that's why I'm still playing. The way I'm feeling, I wish I would play another 5 years, but I'm stopping because I still have another goals to achieve out of my tennis tennis life. And like you said, I want to achieve it while I'm still young, and I still dream of things, and I have ambitions, and out of the tennis world. And but deep down, yes, I feel very young. So for me, it was a little bit, I was torn between, okay, I feel young, I still want to play, but in the same time I need to look in the passport. It says this. So the things I want to achieve outside of my tennis career are not really compatible with me still playing. So it's a very personal decision, and I don't think we are in a place to judge anyone, because we don't know what they went through. We don't know what they felt. We don't know how tired or how fresh they are on the inside, and we don't know what they want to do after. Everyone is different, and it's such a personal decision. So all you can do is support and respect that person's decision.
It's important decision.
Good luck on this year.
Thank you so much.
And congrats on an awesome career.
Thank you. No, this was amazing. And I'm
so
very
much for
happy
your time.
for you guys are amazing and doing such a good job. You have my your podcasts are my favorite, because like I said, I love tennis, and I love to listen to everyone inside info. I would say like this, and inside mindset, and it's wonderful what you guys have put together. So well done.
Thank you.
So
I think a lot
much.
of, especially young players, will appreciate listening to all your wisdom of the last 20 years.
I would give everything to go back in time and have something like this, because I feel it's such a good roadmap, you know, and it's better than any like psychology book, or just listen to the players, and just and take what's good for you. Not everything fits everyone, you know. Just take what suits you.
Yes, everyone is different.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Sorana.
Thank you so much.